Good morning. Good morning. I think if you can see my feet. Good morning. Once again, if you are watching, please just give me a thumbs up that the sound is clear and that you can see me clearly. That you can hear me clearly. Can everybody hear me? Can you see me? Good morning. Okay, it looks like you can hear me and see me. And then we can get started. Hello, Lindy. Okay. So let's just start by, before we start with a little bit of a body scan, let's just start by undulating our spine. So just moving your spine forward and back. Just gentle undulations, just to feel what you'll be working with today physically. Just rocking over the sitting bones. Flexing and extending the spine. And you can linger, you can shimmy a little bit, just move so that you get a feeling for where you need to take a little bit of care, and then let these undulations move into circles. So circular movements, maybe you want to widen your feet a little bit to get a more secure stance or give you a sense of being a bit more supported through the legs. And from these circular movements, maybe something that goes side to side, so lateral stretches, taking one arm over and then the other. What's happening in your shoulder, your head? What's happening in the spine, the chest? And even though you just warming up around the body, notice how your breath is responding to these simple movements. And then find center, sit down into your seat, so grounding through the hips, the legs, and begin to extend your spine up. So we have side to side, we have forward and back, we have down and up. Notice how that feels. If you can feel a sense of strength balanced with a sense of ease. If you can ground down, lengthen up and broaden out by softening. Maybe through an exhale. Taking your right hand to your left knee, gently twist. Just hold this twist. Notice how much force you're using coming from the arm to twist you, and how much is from your own inner strength. And then change back to center, left hand to right knee and twist. Notice how your breath is moving and coming back to center. Placing your hands on your thighs, either facing up or down. Create some space underneath your armpits. A nice long side bodies, long through the sides of your neck. You're welcome to close your eyes. You're welcome to lower your gaze. Please bring your hands to your heart and affirm that you are master of your own practice, that you can steer and guide this practice towards your own well-being. Affirm that your practice has begun. Keeping your eyes closed with your hands on your thighs. Become aware of your feet. If there's any sensation in the feet, you can even lift and lower your toes or draw your heels towards your toes. A gentle activation and then a release of the feet. Notice your calves and your shins and the bend of your knees. And the backs of your knees. And it's not only feeling your body in space, but also feeling the sensations, maybe the difference in temperature. Maybe if there's a sense of compression or expansion. Move your attention up your thighs, the back, the front, the sides, into the hips, the groins. Maybe creating a sense of your inner body as well as the outer boundaries or shape. Notice if there is any tension around the belly, around the ribs, around the chest. Acknowledge that tension. Notice if you can soften it. Maybe using your breath. It's as if your breath is touching those areas that feels a little tight, that feels a little in need of bracing, in need of guarding. And just let your breath know that you are fine. Whatever you are feeling is fine, and envelop these feelings with a warm hug. Tops of the shoulders, the neck, the throat, the muscles around the ears and the eyes, around your lips, your nostrils, your forehead. Lifting your arms up, so cactus arms or goddess arms. We'll begin by undulating the spine again, but just gentle, easy movements. So using your arms, noticing the movement of the shoulder girdle, the movement of the shoulder blades, the movement of the hips, the spine, the ribs, the head. Notice how your legs are responding to these forward-back movements, and then begin to open the arms a little bit more, as if you're creating big tidal waves or riding these waves. Again, these are forward-back movements, but they have a sense of side to side because it fills up, it broadens, it activates into the side of the body. And from these bigger undulations or these bigger movements with the arms, see if you can bow a little deeper, lift a little higher. Bow a little deeper, lift a little higher. Maybe you want to adjust your feet. And one more, diving deep. And lifting up. Extend your arms up towards the sky. Bring your left arm down to your side. Keep reaching through your right arm into a side stretch. Keep sitting into that right hip as you reach and lift over. Coming back over center. Right arm down. Left sitting bone down. Left hip down and reach up and over. And then we'll move from side to side. So arms move as if you're sweeping through the air. Side to side movements, lateral movements. Maintaining a sense of lift throughout the spine, both sides of the spine, front and back. Next time your right arm is overhead, hold it. Catch a hold of your right wrist. Keep sitting down, lifting up and stretching over. And if you find you're holding your breath, maybe ease up a little. Bring a little bit of softness to your holding. Coming back over center, from side to side. Big arms like the branches of a tree swaying in the wind. When your left arm is overhead, hold it. Catch your wrist. Keep sitting down as you lift up and extend over. Let your breath be smooth, regular. And coming back over center. Release your arms to your thighs. Give yourself a moment just to feel, to notice if your weight has shifted, your retention, the sensations. We'll go back to the circle, circling the spine. So it's as if your spine is the long part of the spoon and you're stirring this pot of soup that is your pelvic floor. So imagine the spine just moves as if you are stirring. Change the direction. We're going to lean back a little bit more, so make your circles bigger and bigger. And then as you lean back, hold it. And then kick your right leg out. And place it down, kick your left leg out. Place it down and then keep on circling. So making these circles big, and when you get to the back, hold it. Kick your right leg out and maybe your left as well. And maybe you can extend your arms. And placing the legs down and keep on circling. If you want to change the direction of your circles, please do. The next time you are forward, stay forward. Adjust your feet closer to your seat. Extend your arms forward and imagine you're going to stand up. So engage the muscles, engage your body as if you're standing up, but don't stand up. So it's a hovering chair and you are still, so if you lift off your seat, that's perfectly fine. But if you can, just stay on that edge just before lifting off, but you're still touching your chair. And sit back down. You can keep on circling, maybe one way and then the other. And when you're back, hold it back. Extend your right leg, your left leg. They can be on the floor or they can be lifted, extending your arms out. Placing the legs down, sit up nice and tall, scoot your feet forward, extend the arms. Nice long spine as you hover in this fierce pose, this Utkatasana. Just hovering above your chair. And sitting back down. Give yourself a moment just to feel, to notice, to cultivate a sensitivity around sensation. Take both your hands, sweep them over the side. So big arms, palms facing forward, sweep them all the way overhead and bring them to the back of your head. At the back of your head, clasp your skull. You're welcome to interlace your fingers. You're catching the back of your skull. So cradle your head, the back of your skull into your hands. Draw your elbows forward a little bit and then push your head into your hands. Pull the back of your skull up, push your head back, lift your ears, lift your chin. You're creating a hammock for your head. I don't know which is the best side to show you. You're pushing back, so you're lifting the backs of the ears that will tuck your chin. At the same time, reach forward through your chin. Notice if you let go of your hands, if you can hold that position with your head so the throat is back, the backs of the ears are lifting, the chin is reaching forward, the eyes are soft, the eyes are drawing back. Bring your hands to the back of your seat and curl into a back bend. And come back to a neutral spine. Just feel, notice. Take your hands behind you once more. So make sure you're steady, you're supported. You don't have to take your hands back. Okay, it's a suggestion that helps you to give you something to push against, to generate some muscular energy, to generate some sense of support. Curling your chest up towards the sky and think about your head in that hammock. So you can tuck your chin more if you feel that it feels more supported, or you can lift your chin more if you feel that is supported. And if you look up and even look back, maybe you can lift a little bit higher. And then we come back to center. Give yourself a moment to feel, to notice, to pay attention to what is currently happening in your body, your mind, your heart. A tall mountain, take your arms over the side, reach your arms overhead, palms facing each other, into a forward fold. You can fold over your legs using your arms, or you can just drape your body over your thighs. And then slowly roll up. Puff up into your back ribs, trace your hands over your legs if you can, bring your hands behind you and into your camel pose. Lifting the heart, and still imagine the front of your ribcage is descending, the tops of the hips are lifting as you curl up. If you're curling up and over a big beach ball, never seen such a big beach ball, maybe a baby planet. The biggest pumpkin in the world. And we come up. So 2 more, tall mountain. A forward fold. And then slowly rolling up. And once you're up, sweep your hands behind you, place them where you need them, and begin to move into your camel pose. And one more at your own pace, coming back to your mountain seat, tall mountain with the arms up, and you can sweep them over the side if you have the space. A forward fold. Again, adjust your legs if you feel you need more support. Slowly rolling up, tracing your hands over your skin, behind you. Place your arms, the shoulders are nice and broad. Lift your heart. You can stay here. You can adjust a little bit, pressing to your feet and lift your hips. And same thing is happening with your head. Imagine you've got that hammock that's supporting your head and guiding your head either into a bit more flexion, so tucking the chin, or a bit more extension, lifting the chin. Notice where you have control. And coming back into your mountain seat, sitting nice and tall. You can stay with camel with the hands behind you, moving into reverse stable, or we'll add reverse plank. So this also may depend on your type of chair. If you don't quite trust that your chair is stable, or if you have a super fancy chair for some reason with lots of stuff, maybe you won't have place for your arms, or you don't know quite how to navigate your chair. So just figure out how to navigate your chair and worry less about the poses. Okay, so we're curling up from a nice tall mountain into our camel. And from our camel into reverse stable. Lowering down, you can repeat that or extend both legs, pushing into reverse plank. And lowering down, drawing your legs towards you. And again, go to that place of just noticing. A moment to sink into your ability to be aware without reaction, without judgment. Without analyzing, trying to figure out or attaching a story to it. A moment of pure awareness. Of watching, listening, feeling, tasting, touching. All the fragrances, the flavors of your body, your mind, your heart. We'll move into a round of sun salutations, building on these salutations, adding some variations. If you're not familiar with the sun salutations as I teach them, we'll go through a round, just a regular salutation once, maybe twice, or maybe 3 times, I'll see. And then we'll change it up, we'll build on that. Starting in mountain pose, mountain seat. Again, if you feel you want to widen your legs a little, turn the feet out a little to create a broader support. Do so. If you want to bring the feet together to create a different experience, maybe that's an idea. Sweep your arms back, forward and up, into your tall mountain. Sit down, reach up, broaden out. A forward fold, support yourself on your arms, so you'll cross the arms and bow forward. Into your half lift, so half lift as the arms as if in Sphinx, palms facing up, or you can slide your hands on your legs or your thighs. So a half lift, neutral spine. Into your forward fold, and this forward fold can be over your legs, so we're pretty warmed up by now, or it can be over your arms again. And then rolling up, trace your hands over your legs into your mountain. Let's do that again. The arms sweep back, tall mountain. A forward fold, sit down, lift up and over. A half lift, so either your Sphinx arms, or you can lift your chest a little bit more. Into your second forward fold. And rolling up, push into your feet As you roll up, tracing your hands over your legs if you can, if that is available to you. Take your arms over the side into a tall mountain. Side to side, so the left arm down, stretching over towards the left. Coming back over center, right arm down, left arm up and over. Coming back to center, into your tall mountain, into your back extension, sweeping your arms back. So back extension is the back bend, curling your chest up. Into a neutral spine, your mountain pose, forward fold, so either over the arms or over your legs. A half lift, a forward fold, and rolling up. Arms over the side into a tall mountain. The left arm down, right arm overhead. We're going to change it up a little bit. So sweep forward, coming into your forward fold with your hands on your legs. Into your half lift. Into your forward fold and rolling up straight into your tall mountain, the arms over the side, all the way overhead, the right arm down, the left arm overhead. So it's a crescent shape, and then bowing forward, bringing your hands to your legs into your forward fold. A half lift, a forward fold, and rolling up. Arms over the side, a tall mountain, left arm down, right arm up into your crescent shape, side stretch. We're going to sweep our arms over directly to the other side, so the left arm is up. Into your forward fold, into your half lift, adding a chair pose or Utkatasana. Adjust your feet, again they can be wide or close, arms forward and hover. If you want to lift all the way up, you can, of course you can, or you can just hover. And sitting back down. Good, nice. Bring your hands behind you into your back bend or reverse table. So you can hold your back bend. Reverse table. Lowering down, adjusting to reversed plank. You can still hold camel pose or table pose or adjust for reverse plank. And lowering down, adjusting your feet, give yourself a moment. Take your right hand to your left knee and twist. Come back to center and change. Left hand to right knee and twist. coming back to center. Adding a bit of shoulder movements here, arms out to the side. Bring them to the back of your head as if you're creating a hammock for your head. And then lift them up again and out. Flip your palms as they come halfway and bring your hands to your low back. 2 more, arms out to the side. Flip your palms. Bring your hands to the back of your head. Out to the side, flip the palms, bring your hands to the back. 1 more, out to the side, flip the palms, hands to the back of your head. Hold your head, open your shoulders and bring them together. Opening the shoulders, and the elbows I mean, and bring them together. Opening up. And then bowing forward or bringing the elbows together. Releasing your hands down to your thighs. Give yourself a moment. Take your right hand to your left knee and twist. Back to center and twist to the other side. And back to center. So the next series of movements will build up in speed, and you are welcome to keep at a pace or stay at a pace that works for you. Okay, and because I cannot see you, I might be carrying on and you might be at a completely different place or at a completely different pace. Okay, so work at your own rhythm. We'll start by using alternating arms and legs, and it goes like this. It's a twisting exercise. Extending your left leg and we reach towards the toe, so opposite arm, opposite leg. You're reaching towards your toe, and you see the more it speeds up, you won't go as low. And then we come back up, alternating the legs, reaching towards the opposite toe. Alternating legs and hands. Coming back to center, extend your left leg. So you'll just alternate, whether it's left or right, the same as me, doesn't matter. Then you reach towards your ankle. So the outside of your ankle, coming back up. Alternate your legs. Reach towards the outside of your ankle. Coming back up. Reaching towards the outside of your calf. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Coming back up, and we alternate. Reaching towards the outside of your calf. And coming back up. Reaching towards the outside of your knee, alternating the legs. So you'll notice we're accessing different parts of the torso. Outside of the knee. Alternating legs, outside of the thigh. Alternate outside of the thigh. We're alternating outside of the hip. Alternating outside of the hip. Alternating as if you're reaching at shoulder height. So if you had somebody next to you, your cup of coffee, you're reaching at about shoulder height, alternating, reaching at shoulder height. And back to center, let's reach overhead as well. Opposite arm, opposite leg, reaching overhead, coming back to center and overhead. Okay, and here we go. Opposite arm, opposite leg. I start with the left leg, towards the foot, reaching towards the foot. Alternate, reach towards the foot. Alternate, reach towards the outside of your ankle. Alternate, outside of the ankle. Alternate, outside of the calf. Alternate, outside of the calf. Alternate, outside of the knee. Alternate, outside of the knee. Alternate, outside of the thigh. Alternate, outside of the thigh. Alternate, outside of the hip. Alternate, outside of the hip. And then shoulder height. Alternate, shoulder height. Alternate, overhead. Alternate, overhead. You can keep at this space. Or foot, foot, ankle, ankle, calf, calf, knee, knee, thigh, thigh, hip, hip, shoulder, shoulder, overhead, overhead. Maybe you want to stop the legs and carry on with the arms, or you can still go faster. Foot, foot, ankle, ankle, calf, calf, knee, knee, thigh, thigh, hip, hip, shoulder, shoulder, overhead, overhead, foot, foot, ankle, ankle, calf, calf, knee, knee, thigh, thigh, hip, hip, shoulder, shoulder, overhead, overhead. Once more. Foot, foot, ankle, ankle, calf, calf, knee, knee, thigh, thigh, hip, hip, shoulder, shoulder, overhead, overhead, and mountain pose. We sink back into our bodies. We notice the aliveness. Bring your legs a little bit further apart, so a wide-legged stance or seat. Hands on your knees. We're going to dip one shoulder, then the other. Just dipping one shoulder forward and dipping the other. You can move at your own pace, just dipping your shoulders. Side to side. If you want to hold on one side, please do, so hold a little bit. And alternating. So if you are dipped, so I am dipped, my right shoulder is dipping and my left arm I can place on my thigh. So whichever arm is not dipping, place it on your thigh and take your other arm overhead into a side stretch. Doesn't matter which way you're going, you have an arm on your thigh and one arm overhead. And if it feels as if you're lifting off your seat, sit back into that hip, same hip as the arm that's lifted overhead. You're going to sweep forward and come up on the other side. So if your right arm is lifted, the right arm goes to the thigh and the left arm overhead. And once more to each side, sweeping forward. You can bow down as low as is available to you. The arm overhead. You can also take the arm that's on the thigh and place it towards the inside of your leg, pressing the arm against the leg against the arm, and see if that can give you a little bit more lift, a little bit more spaciousness. We bow forward, we dip nice and deep, arm to the thigh, opposite arm overhead. Just hold it before you move into the medication. Yes, the medication, the modification. So it's medicine. And the arm to the inside of your leg. You can push your leg into your arm into your leg. Make sure you're sitting into that, or into both sitting bones. We dip forward into a wide-legged forward fold, so you'll remain centered. If folding forward between your legs is too much, keep your hands on your thighs and bow forward. And slowly roll up into your seat. Give yourself a moment. You can toe heel your feet a little closer together. Keep your hands at your hips. You can bring your hands to your hips. Extend your right leg out, bending the left, so right leg out, bending the left knee. Push through the heel of the foot, flare your toes. It's a nice active leg. You can press your heel into the floor. And this leg, the bent one, is at an external rotation. Going to hinge forward. That's why that leg needs to be grounded so that you don't tip off your chair. And come back to center. You can repeat that, or if it's available to you, cross your leg over your shin or your ankle, leaning forward. So these are variations of Janu Shirshasana. Good. You're welcome to bring your leg above the knee. And if your leg is above your knee, bend your extended leg and inch forward into a figure four. Coming up to center, slide your leg over your thigh, crossing your legs. Take your right hand to your left knee and twist over towards the left. Maybe you can remember, or just kind of remember how your body felt with those first undulations, those first twists, those first movements, and how it feels now. Coming back to center, we'll change, extending the left leg and bending the right. Good, hands on your hips and just hinging forward at the hips. So this is not a forward fold, it's a hinge at the hips. Coming back to center, cross your right leg over, either the ankle or the shin. Again, hinging forward, you really have to press down into that heel to offer some counterbalance. And coming back to center, maybe you can slide your leg up a little bit more. If it's over your knee, bend your left leg, hinge forward at the hips. Coming back to center, so we cross the legs. Take your left hand to your right knee, twist towards the right. And coming back to center into your mountain pose, releasing your legs. Maybe just a little bit of circling the waistline, circling so a little bit more organic into the shoulders, undulating, side to side. Coming back to your meditation or your mountain seat. I'd like to read you a poem and then guide you through a meditation. If you want to move into Shavasana, please do. So if you want to get off your seat and lie down. This poem is called Things to Do in the Belly of the Whale. And it's by Dan Albergotti. Don't know if I pronounced that right. So, things to do in the belly of a whale. Measure the walls. Count the ribs. Notch the long days. Look up for blue sky through the spout. Make small fires with the broken hulls of fishing boats. Practice smoke signals. Call old friends and listen for echoes of distant voices. Organize your calendar. Dream of the beach. Look each way for the dim glow of light. Work on your reports. Review each of your life's 10 million choices. endure moments of self-loathing. Find the evidence of those before you. Destroy it. Try to be very quiet and listen for the sound of gears and moving water. Listen for the sound of your heart. Be thankful that you are here, swallowed with all hope, where you can rest and wait. Be nostalgic. Think of all the things you did and could have done. And remember, treading water in the center of the still night sea, your toes pointing again and again down into the black depths. Placing your hands on your thighs, facing up or down. You're welcome to sit on the floor, stay in your seat. Find a moment of stillness. A moment of sitting still. Noticing how your body responds to this sitting still. Without fidgeting, without adjusting or wiggling. And even though your outer form may appear still, motionless, notice if you can use your breath to add a little bit of length to your spine, sense of spaciousness in the inner body. Expanding through the rib cage, a bit of softness to the hips and steadiness to the legs. Maybe you can breathe up into your armpits. Stroke over your shoulders and lengthen your neck. Imagining how your breath can coax all the tension out of your face. The whole body feels more roomier, more receptive. within this sense of spaciousness, you can sink into that ocean of awareness, of original awareness. Non-judgmental, non-reactive. The body as motionless as you can. The body is fully alive, fully awake, aware. Notice how light your breath has become, how effortless. Begin to move your hands over your thighs, maybe over your knees, the legs. If you can, all the way down to your feet, over your thighs, inner thighs, outer thighs, into the groins, the belly, the low back. Over your chest, your shoulders, your arms. Wrap your palms warm. Bring your hands towards your face. You don't have to touch your face, but underneath the warmth of your hands, open your eyes. You're welcome to bring your hands to your heart. I thank you for practicing with me today. May your practice be blessed. Jai Bhagwan. Thank you all. Hello Linda and hello Leona. Those are the names I can see. Thank you all.